My crafty friends, how's everyone doing today? This is Sheree. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my craft room and my YouTube channel, Turquoise Dreaming. I am here to do a flip through of this journal, so let's do it. This one is a Gooseberry Patch recipe cookbook that I turned into a journal, and I believe it's spoken for. Someone asked me about doing another one. After the last one was already sold. So anyway, this is the one, and then if something happens with that, it will be in my shop and I can let you know. But anyway, this one I think is spoken for. It's a really cute cover. As far as I think, I love all the covers. That's why I got them, to make them into journals. But this one has a kind of a little cart here, like you would see at a craft fair or some type of festival, with flowers and vegetables, little pies and jams, all kinds of things here sitting around. And the one thing that caught my eye when I was starting to work on it was the sunflowers. So of course I had to go with, do a little bit with that because I love sunflowers. And the yellow went really well with the whole cover and everything here. So I did add this grosgrain ribbon. I had the yellow fabric here on the spine. You can see there's two signatures. And I also added the grosgrain sunflower ribbon back here. And then did a little collage on the back to cover up with certain, a few things, the barcode, and there was a little picture here. And I've been doing that on all of them, kind of something similar. So let's open up. You can see the paper clips there, and it's ready to go. So as we open up, the signature cover here is this pretty cardstock paper that is, let's see, I still have it here. I don't think well, yeah, I do have. I was going to say I don't have the name, but I do have the name right here. I know I covered up when I put everything that I have left. I put it back in this plastic or sleeve that it came in, and it's called Homemade. I got it I believe I got this one at echopark.com. Yeah, I did for sure. And it's Cartabella. Right here it says Cartabella. So yeah, if you're interested in this paper, you can look for it on echopark.com. They do have a lot of sales, so as if it's not on sale at the moment, just wait, because they've been having sale on their collection kits every a few weeks or something like that, maybe once a month. They'll have their collection kits on sale, so don't buy it at regular price. So anyway, as we open up, I did put a pocket here. This was, well, I did, in case you didn't see any of the videos where I worked on this, I'm going to explain things a little bit in detail, but on all of them, there's a little kind of letter informational stuff here in the front cover and the back cover, so I always cover that up with some pockets. And this one was particularly large, and most of the other ones were a little bit smaller, but so I had to make a bigger pocket, but I was able to leave some of the plaid, yellow plaid here that was around that kind of letter that's on the inside of these covers. So anyway, it's a pretty cover. It's a pretty pocket with kitchen-y type. I did all kind of recipe kitchen type things throughout this journal. And here's the pocket covered with, this is a piece of fabric, from the spine. Here's the fabric spine too in here. All the same fabric inside and out on the spine in this pocket. And then there's a little collage here that somebody can write on. And a recipe card with apples is in this pocket. So, and then I clipped quite a few things in, as well as put things in the pocket, of course. So I've got this little piece of ephemera here. It is a cut apart, and I didn't cover the back because I thought maybe somebody would want to glue it down. But if somebody did want to use it as a journaling card, they could cover the back, and the back's actually really pretty. But you could cover the back and use it as a journaling card. But I just thought in case somebody wanted to glue it down, I'd go ahead and just leave it as is. And I rounded the corner. I think it looks like I added a little bit of ink there to the edges. So let's see, make sure I'm in frame for you here. You can see everything. Let's see, there we go. And so the next side here is a pocket. I've got an original There's no digitals or printouts in here. So this is an original bottle cap here, just a vintage bottle cap. This is a divider card from a recipe set. It says sundries here, and you can do a lot with this. You can decorate it, you can glue it down somewhere, make a pocket, you know, just whatever. You can write on it, just whatever you want to do. I put it in here for fun. And let's see, how do I want to put that back in there like that? And then I have, let's see, this is an index card that I made into like, let's see, which way does it go? Like this, a recipe card. Just put a scrap on the back to decorate and use up a scrap. And some little pieces to decorate. So that's a homemade recipe card, I was calling it. And this is a recipe card, strawberry whip. And it goes onto the back too, so a vintage recipe card there. I put a lot of recipe cards in here. And then I made a little tag here out of a couple of pieces. This, I put paper on the back. This was a scrap from a vintage book. Not this one. It was just sitting here, and I liked the texture and everything, so I put it back on the back here for writing space. And this is, of course, S&H green stamps. Of course, they're vintage. And then a little pumpkin sticker here, you can see on the bottom there. So really cute little tag. And then this is a page from one of my other Gooseberry Patch cookbooks that's a little wider. So I like to use these because they're nice and wide, and I can make a flip out here. You can see how nice that is. It looks like almost like scrapbook paper, but it is a page from a Gooseberry Patch book, and I put a little journaling card there as a decoration, a tab, and somewhere to write if you want to write something on there. And this is a page from my children's book that has recipes from other countries and from this country, from USA or America. So I think I put the American one in here. See, it says oven fried chicken, your USA menu. So I thought that was would be fun to put in here. This is pages from one of my several or a few scrapbook cookbook books that I picked. It's a scrapbook cookbook that you get, and you make it into a scrapbook of your own. What the purpose is to make it, put your own recipes and make your own scrapbook of recipes and, you know, cooking related things. So anyway, this is a page from that. It's cardstock. There's a nice place to write here, and then this side is decorated with a light pattern here of pretty patterns, and you can write on there or glue something on there. You know, this type of journal that has a theme can be used for anything you want, as well as, of course, if you wanted to use it to keep from some of your own favorite recipes, and whether they be yours or your family recipes, things like that. So here's a couple of recipe cards from this cookbook that had these little, it was just shaped like this on a binding, and you would just flip over, and it was really kind of a different shape. So I really think these are fun, and you can make tags or whatever with those. Put some paper on the back or whatever, and make some writing space. You can even make them into a belly band. You know, glue it down, or a side tuck. Just so many fun things you can do, but the type of things are in here for somebody to have fun with and use their imagination and see what they would like to do. Even though I do have a lot of fun making everything to put in here, I like to have, you know, lots of fun things in here for my customer or my friends and customers to be able to have fun too. A lot of fun. So here's a little tab made from the same grosgrain ribbon, this one here, that I put on the front and back and made a little tab there. It's sewn on. And then I just clipped on this. This is a chalkboard tag that you can decorate and do something with. So I put one of those there. I've been putting those, one of those in each journal of these recipe cookbook journals. This is from another one of the scrapbook cookbooks that I picked up. This, you can see the color is different, and it even says autumn right there. So I thought it was perfect to put in here. And then a recipe page here from, this might be from like a Better Homes and Gardens, something like that. And then this is another card, a recipe card book that was like a double page, so I put it in here as a page. So here's like one side of it here. You can see the honey, and those are really fun and interesting, I think. This is a page from a menu planner book that I had picked up. Everything's from, you know, thrift stores, of course, and or the flea market or whatever, you know, thrifted, except for the scrapbook paper kit and things like that. So I think that's the only, pretty much the only new thing in here besides like glue and string, you know, that type of thing, charms. But anyway, this is a label that I picked up at a flea market. It's sewn on here, and it's a little flip out. So this had two halves, and the other half is in the second signature, so you'll see that in a minute. But here's some more scrapbook paper cardstock from that kit, the homemade kit. And there's a pretty pattern here. And then you've got the chickens here in the center, pretty chickens. And on the strings, I made the strings nice and long so they can go up or down, you know, on top, you know, outside of the journal, or on the bottom outside of the journal, so they don't cause bulk inside here. And also I put on here to go, you know, with the sunflower kind of thing I got going on here. I got a little sunflower charm here and a little spoon right here. So those are there. And then this is the other, now we're on the back half, so this is the other half of that menu planner. And there's a little bit of writing here. Somebody actually did write on a couple of those pages in that menu planner. I did reinforce this page on right here. So you'll see the reinforcing here, and I did not reinforce it on both sides. I didn't want it to be too unwieldy, so I didn't put the reinforcing on both sides. But you know, it didn't really need it either. So just letting you know, it's not here, but it's on the outside. So menu planner. Got a little tab here that actually you could tuck something under there. It's open. And then this little piece of fabric too to cover up that writing. And that's the 2-page recipe card. This is the, I put some rickrack here on this page that I think is from A Better Homes and Gardens, possibly. I have a lot of loose cookbook pages, so sometimes I don't remember where they came from, but it looks like it might be from that, or some other cookbook. The scrapbook recipe book. This is a little menu piece here that you're supposed to, well, it's actually to make a log of a restaurant that you go to. So you go to a restaurant and then you kind of critique it and put down your information here so that you know if you want to go back and have your information about it. It's kind of interesting. So it's in here as really as a journaling space. And then this is from a typewritten. You know, of course, it was probably copied many times, but it's a typewritten, and I like the type recipe book. And then here is that scrapbook kit page with a tab on it. The children's American recipe book, from different nationalities. And then here is that page from the Gooseberry Patch book. Let's see, so here I have tucked in, it's on a paper clip, and there's a, right here, there is a, I'll poke this in here so you can see, there's kind of a belly band here. And so this is, I just had this tucked in, this recipe card. Well, let me show it to you. It's a printed recipe card, and I just have it clipped here so it can stay where I put it. But this is also, there's also a plain card here, decorating, and then this is also a flip out. So lots going on there. Put that back together real quick. And I have a decorated paper clip here too. It has a little piece of silky coffee dye trim on it. So that is holding that on. There's that paper from the Gooseberry Patch, the other one, the larger one. Pocket here. I love this pretty paper. Both sides of it look so pretty. These two look so pretty together. This is what I call my cookbook stationery, just because it's red and white gingham, and I just use it in my cookbooks. I have it saved with my cookbook stash. And then this is a recipe. I found these printed. It looked like somebody printed them. I guess I don't know if they're from a book or someone printed them, but I found them at a thrift store. I thought they were really cool, so I put one of those in there. And then another one of my homemade, we made these together on a video, the homemade recipe cards. And this is the paper, so the best of times there. paper on the back. It's nice, that paper from this homemade Cartabella kit. It is very thick, so very sturdy, sturdy scrapbook paper. So here in the middle I put a little bit of that red trim to decorate the middle here. And then we start on the second signature with this pretty paper. And here's the other side of that with the pocket. The pockets are all sewn with zigzag stitching here on the side. This is a little file folder. I was going to try to put this in here somewhere and I didn't do it, so I put it in here. But it's a cute little kind of, it was for like a recipe organizer. And so I had a few of these, and I don't know if I have any more, but this might be my last one. But it's so cute, and it's vintage, so you can have some fun with that, putting that, doing whatever somebody wants to do with that. And a piece of note paper. Let's get cooking. There's a little salt and pepper and everything down here, so cute. I love that. And another, there was one in the front too, the apple recipe card, and this is just a little clipping. I've got a lot of these from estate sales, and so I try to put a few in each cookbook journal. But this is a little clipping from, it's really thick. Oh, you know what it is? It's a calendar. That's right. It's from a calendar. This was in the recipes of someone saved, that I picked up at a thrift store. I was so thrilled to find them, and I think it's really cool to see what people saved, over the years and where they were from. Like that one was from a calendar. So this is the other half of that label that I showed you that I picked up at a flea market at Tomato. This is the back half of it. So it has also a flip out here. I've sewn it down on the page right here. So that's a recipe book page. Oh, this is not a recipe. This is from my Depression Glass book. Yeah. And this tells about the Depression Glass here. The scrapbook kit where you make your own scrapbook cookbook. That's what that's from. Better Homes and Gardens, or some cookbook right here. The typewritten cookbook, and here's a tab sewn on here with a sunflower ribbon. This is a little page from a recipe book that was so cute. It was this size, and it was in a binder, a little, you can open up the rings and put pages in, just a regular binder, but it was small, like a photo album or something. But it was a recipe book, and it had these little pages in it. So cute. You can write on here, do whatever you want, but there's little lines with this strawberry trim around both sides. So very cute. This is a scrap from the scrapbook paper scrapbook, a cookbook scrapbook. And this is the other side. I have some red rickrack there, you see. And I have sewn on here a page with a plastic sleeve that comes out on the other side, but it's sewn down here to add it to the signature. This is some sandwich wrap paper, the red and white gingham, and I did make a pocket here with this. It is a good size pocket, so I was able to fit a lot in here. Some note paper with, you can see the kind of food motif there. One of our homemade recipe cards. I love this paper here. And the rolling pin there with some fabric. And this is, I think these go together, but this was from the estate recipes that I have, and toffee butter crunch. And yeah, I think from what I could tell, these were together when I picked this one out, and then I saw this one too, and I was like, I think those go together. So I kept them together. So if you want to read the recipe or try to make it or anything, I think those go together. Wallpaper page here, and then on this side I just have clipped an envelope that you can use somewhere in here if you'd like. Glue it down or glue the flap down and have a flip out. But in here I just have some food stickers. So I did this in the last Gooseberry Patch Journal too, and put some of these in there. But this one has, I think this is a bowl of rice, but it could be mashed potatoes for all I know. But I'm saying rice because it has two things in there, and maybe those are chopsticks. I'm not sure why it has two. But anyway, it's a bowl of rice or potatoes, a pomegranate, a little smiley face container of French fries, a smiley face cheese. Swiss cheese. It has holes in it. And a baked potato. So some fun little stickers to use in here. When I saw those stickers, I thought, oh my goodness, I have to have those. Food stickers are so cute. This is from this scrapbook cookbook. Scrapbook paper here where we have, this, again, the middle of the signature with this pretty paper. We got little oven mitts and rolling pins and things here. And then on this string, I have a sunflower, again, a sunflower, the same charm as in the first one, sunflower charm, and a pretty apple. This is like a metal and enamel type little apple charm. And I like them. I put them at the top so they don't get in my way at the bottom. And then the back half of this. This is a pretty recipe card here. I thought, fabulous carrot cake. And look at the pretty fruit there. I love the color of this one too. Let's see, oh, it has a date here. 2003. Interesting. So that is in there on a paper clip. And then look at that. There's the wallpaper. That's so pretty. I love that wallpaper. Border. It's a border. And here is this, again, the sandwich paper with a pretty rooster there. This was from one of the estate sales. It was saved in there. Recipes. Microwave cooking library. Are you getting the most out of your microwave oven? So, you know, all these things are very interesting to me anyway. And so I hope that, you know, they're interesting to you too. But that is in there, vintage little piece of ephemera, you know. Sometimes those aren't kept and they're thrown away. So it's quite fun to find them now and then at wherever you find them and when you're thrifting. So another little piece of note paper here, guest list and menu. You can write on. Journaling card here. This side is the side you're supposed to write on. And then this is a journaling card that we made together. Memories on the farm. Got a little pig there. And writing space on the back. And then here, oh, let's see, I'm trying to skip a page here. This is the sleeve, the sleeve I was talking about. Plastic sleeve with the recipe cards. And I put these two in here. They're both the same, so I won't take that one out. But it's got this little teapot, or it could be coffee pot and coffee mug here with a little cookie. You know, we love these little vintage recipe cards. And I love them. And so I like to include them in my journals. And then the next page is a recipe card. I told you I put a lot in here. I have a lot, so I wanted to share them. It's chocolate chip cookies on this one. This is really a different recipe. It calls for, first thing is a package of Duncan Hines White Deluxe Cake Mix. And isn't that interesting? So that could be a quite interesting, different type of chocolate chip cookie recipe. And this side is sugar donuts. Something I've never made, but that also must be from Duncan Hines cookbook because, you know, type of recipe cards. But it calls for 2 cups of Duncan Hines buttermilk pancake mix. Okay, interesting. I might be tempted to make that if I was going to keep that, but I don't know. I'm trying to cut down on the calories. Trying to watch my calories. Anyway, there's a tab, the sunflower tab. Those are fun to decorate, though, and make into journaling spots or pockets or whatever. Those recipe cards. I love to decorate them. Here's a page from a cookbook. This scrapbook cookbook. There's a label here, and on this one I have clipped on with a hidden paper clip. This hidden paper clip I made out of, I believe this was from a sticker, and I made it into a hidden paper clip. And it's a little coffee cup there. It says coffee, and it's a little coffee cup. And then this is a canning label that I've been putting in. I only have a few of these left, but I've been putting one in each journal. And because I think they're so cool. They're vintage, and they're stickers. You can peel off the back and stick it down. I would add some glue to it because I don't know how old they are, but I think they're really cool. That's the only package I've ever found. I've never found any more except for new ones. So, you know, I've never found any more at thrift stores, so that was pretty cool. Okay, let me see if I can get this on here. Where's the end? Oh, there it is. I'm trying to make the paper clip smaller than it is. Well, I think I'll put that back on there in a minute. I'll just put it here and then I'll put it back on in a minute so I know where it goes. Anyway, depression glass. This is from my depression glass book. Here's the pretty depression glass here, all different colors. That's such a pretty page. And then the last page of this signature, and then we'll look at the back pocket. But here's a pretty recipe card with chicken on it down here. Serve one another in love, right there. And this is a drilling card, cut apart with a knife, fork, and spoon. And this is a note paper, the coffee grinder there. And then this is a homemade recipe card. Let's see, what do we do here? So here's the part where you write on, little decoration. And then I added this over here as a decoration on this side, and a little, looks like a little tab on this side. So if you wanted to put it in a side pocket, you'd have something to pull on if you made a side pocket and wanted to put this behind it in this journal. So back pocket here, you see the pretty papers. I love how it all coordinates so nicely, the yellows and everything. So we put this pocket on together. This is made with love. Here's another piece of that fabric. Some of it I might have done off camera, but I think I put this down, this little part here on off camera if you haven't seen that. But we did this part, the main pocket, and put this on video. And then later on I added this fabric and this little piece that says made with love. And then we've got a little rise and shine drilling card here. And then this one is another cooking with love, and it's a drilling card, or it's a cut apart, and you can make it into a drilling card or a pocket or whatever you want. But that is it. So yeah, this is will be off to the new person that asked me about it, and hopefully it meets with their approval, and I will see you in my next video. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you then. Have a great day.